Want to file free?
Hey, what's good, everybody? I'm gonna do all signs. Um, and yeah, let's see what comes through. All signs, right? Whoa, my thing's crooked. That's just I don't want to take all this time to fix it. But yeah. Hey, good morning, River Dragon. How are you? I think yeah, I'm gonna do an all signs. I'm about to start. Aries is first since it's your birthday, so yeah, right on time. Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully there's a good message, right? Because I think for a while there's been heavy, kind of not heavy, but it is what it is. I know there's been a few interesting energies in the past, so let's see what comes out. So starting with Aries, since it's still your birthday, right? Like we're still in Aries season, I believe. So okay, what wants to come through for Aries? Okay, nothing wants to come out or what? Wow, that's funny. Okay, there we go. 11th house, the edge. Wow, look at Dragonfly. It looks like I don't know why that. Even though the telescope is looking up, it made me think of looking at things a little deeper for some reason. So that jumped out at me. Friendship, group creativity, community, humanity, hope, tribe, festivals, discoveries, common goals, startups, rebellion, experimentation, the future. Interesting. 11th house. Oh, 11th, and today's the 11th. 411. That's funny. So, hmm, that makes sense. Let me pull one. I won't read the whole thing for this one, but I want to pull a spirit animal that might be resonating right now. Maybe it's something to look into, like if you feel lost or maybe this weekend or week. If oh, that one just flew out. Wow, butterfly. So that's beautiful because it's kind of similar, right? The butterfly, dragonfly. Maybe you're in a transformation right now. Look at transformation is beautiful. Oh, 11 again. Wow, you can't make that up. Look at 11, 11. Wow. That's funny. 11th house. So maybe that's going to be a number jumping out at you right now. 11, 11. Today's the 11th. Maybe today's going to be a surprisingly special day for you, Aries. So that's pretty cool. Wow. 11. So the butterfly, yeah, that might be, pay attention if butterflies are around you, you know, that might be an ancestor trying to get your attention, a departed loved one. Yeah, I got chills with that one. So pay attention. Mm. Transformation. Wow, it's your birthday. But this one came out too. Time to heal. So maybe it's time to heal. 5-5 change. I don't want to be. I only want to pull one animal for each one, but or maybe you're coming out of that already, because I think transformation is more what's jumping out at me. Because that card was like maybe for half and half of you, right? Are still going through a healing process, but some of you it's already you're ready to yeah burst into. I feel like that's for maybe a small percentage of Aries, right? Because that's what I got. Yeah, it's a weird energy. Some of you are having trouble with the healing, I guess, but the majority, I feel like the transformation, right? You're already coming out of that cocoon, spreading your wings, right? That kind of stuff. So, interesting. That was interesting. Wow, that's beautiful. Yeah, fairies. I know that's you know. like I've seen them before, right? Like the fairies and all that, and I know that's more talked about like in the UK and everything. So I like that you mentioned that. Oh, it's been jumping out already. Wow, that's beautiful. 11, 11. Red butterflies are a sign of your. Oh, that's beautiful from your mom. That's beautiful. I love it. Okay, so let's see what else wants to come out. Whoa. Just wow, things. Uh-oh. No, no, no. Here we go. It's funny though, because it jumped up and it landed back in the deck. Interesting. But you know what? Maybe that's that small like minority that I felt, right? Because it was a weird energy that I didn't like, but I got that strong sense that it's just like a minority, right? The majority of the Aries are already kind of in that. Yeah, see, I got chills everywhere. But the devil popped out, right? So maybe this is just for a few Aries that are still feeling bound to something, right? And that's why the healing is a little harder with that, the snake that wanted to make an appearance. It's even giving me a headache on the right side. So it's something attached to the masculine energy, right? Something, it doesn't matter, female, male. There's something, yeah, it's giving me a whole headache here, like almost like something punched me in the eye or something. It's weird. So, all right, well, we went there. So let me see. For some of you still having trouble with healing, and remember the devil, it's the illusion that you're bound to something. Let me see if I could show this without, the chains are around their necks, but they don't have to be, right? You could throw them off. So there's something being bound with something that doesn't have to be, right? See, that's kind of that heavy energy that had been popping up in some of the Aries readings. But the beautiful, wow, look, it's see death. So yeah, it's just putting it transformation. So it goes. See, some of you already are doing it. Aries, some of you are already doing it, and you're even having maybe that's why. Wow, I got like these super chills, very balanced down my back, right? Like some of your ancestors are now. It's like okay, there, enough is enough. Like they're trying to help you transform, right? For some of you, like deep inside, right? You're like this beautiful butterfly or dragonfly, all these things, right? Like River Dragon mentioned, the fairies maybe even helping you, right? There's this otherworldly connection, but some of you just aren't, yeah, just having trouble, right? Still feeling attached to things, still not wanting to clear that out of your life, right? I heard this interesting thing about hoarding, right? Hoarding, if hoarding, when you do it in the physical, it's also a representation of what you're doing, like spiritually, right? Like holding on to things from the past, right? And then you can't move forward. So even that, if you notice you're someone that hoards things in this reality, maybe that's something to look into because you're yeah, I heard this knock in my literally in my wall. And I know that's not my dogs, right? But I literally heard like a knock in my wall as I see like things buried in a wall. See, imagine it's like almost like, I know there's those scary movies where it's like they'll try to cover things and hide it in the wall or bury it or weird things like that. So that was funny that at that look at there it goes again. That's so funny. It went da 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 da. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay. So anyways, yeah, I know people will probably get freaked out, right, to be hearing that stuff, but however they communicate, is however they communicate. So transformation, right? Right away. Death, let it die. You have help right now too. So if you were praying, it sounds like the prayers were answered. If, right? Like I feel regardless, something's trying to help someone transform, right? So I feel like that's just a few areas. So if it doesn't resonate, don't take it like yours. You don't have to. Wow, look at that. See, beautiful things are on the other side of that. Once you know, there's beautiful things on the other side of that. Connections, strong connections to be made, right? But of course, how can you form strong connections if you're still bound to things? It's like that. Would you rather have this? I mean, and unfortunately, some would. Some rather be in this kind of connection, right? than this kind of beautiful connection. So it's just, you know, don't, it's almost like if you're choosing, if the universe is respecting your free will, then don't complain. If you're, I mean, that's easier said than done, right? I feel people are going to complain anyways, but look at that. See, now making choices like, yeah, 2-2, right? Like everything, right? Wow, there's this huge balance. Imagine all things that really is like 2-2-2-2, right? 11-11, 2-2. Look at those, look like 11s, right? So this whole thing of there's beautiful things if you're willing to let go of whatever attachment, right? So I think that's it. I don't want to keep yeah, it feels like it's becoming a whole personal reading here now. But wow. Yeah, there's all these cards jumping out. Yeah, it looked like the moon wanted to jump out too, but like yeah, all these cards are falling at once. So yeah, maybe that's part of it too, right? Like don't like the illusion maybe you're keeping yourself in. So like I said, I feel like there's more of the Aries are already moving towards something beautiful. Yeah, look at see? Four. It is the fourth month right now, right? So the that this is my poopy pants card, right? The beautiful new opportunities, but still staying attached to things from the past, right? Like not making up your mind, wanting to be stuck in that hole. Yeah, so that's the famous poopy pants card, right? Okay, and I don't know, this is the first time ever I was drawn to these dice, so I'm gonna roll these dice. It looks like you already have a number for the 11, seems to be very big for you right now, or maybe 222 or 2222 if you see that, right? Or 1111. But yeah, these dice were or die were just calling to me. Yeah, I've never used them in a reading, but I guess this is gonna be a number that if they're communicating with you, you might be seeing this number. So here we go. Four. Wow, and that was like the poopy pants, right? Like the four. So four came out. 3 and 1. Maybe you'll see 31, maybe 13. And that's the death card, right? A reminder maybe to put it to rest. So look at any combination like that. 13, 4, 31. If any of those numbers jump out at you, maybe it's them reminding you, right? So on that note, I'll end it there, Aries. And thank you for yeah, thank you. Hopefully it sounds beautiful. Is bending over backwards to help you, whatever it is. Yeah. Thank you for the confirmation. Ah. Wow, that's crazy. So you've been having that on the left side. Wow, that's interesting. Well, yeah, I mean, take it how it resonates. Maybe then it's something more with the feminine aspect of you, right? But yeah, that's crazy. Cause yeah, it was only while I was doing the reading, I felt like something literally punched me like in the eye or something, like right there, like how you said the eye socket. So yeah, take it how it resonates. But that's pretty interesting. So yeah, see, I even feel like something's pulling on my ear. That's so weird. Okay, so I'll go. Maybe they're telling me, okay, there, don't, because yeah, and then I'm not gonna get through all the signs. So who's next after Aries? Man, oh, Taurus, right? Hopefully I'm correct with that. Taurus. Okay, so let's go to Taurus. What do we have for Taurus here? Okay, I don't mind that I took long. It's your birthday season anyway, so it's fine. Maybe I was supposed to take a little extra long with Aries, but okay, let's see for Taurus. Try to get through these. Whoa, okay. First house, self. Wow. I mean, the first thing that jumped into my head was self care. Maybe Taurus is supposed to be taking the time, right? Again, maybe you're looking within that door, like it just keeps going. It looks again like it's going, but what it's jumping out at me is welcome, like yourself welcoming you back to yourself. Like, hey, where you been? Like, did you forget? Wow, my whole gut's lighting up as I'm saying that. So that's kind of what I'm getting with that, right? Physical body outlook. Oh, see, physical body outlook, self image. See, so oh yeah, it's itself. Huh? And the life philosophy, consciousness, opinions, awakening, self awareness. See, so there's a lot of focus on that self awareness, welcoming back right to arrival, expression, gateway, entry point. Okay, so Taurus, that Let me see what animal wants to communicate with you right now. Oh, and I just did an interview with an animal communicator. If anyone wants to check it out, right? I love that conversation because obviously the animals have always been very present in my life, right? As spirit guides, as communication from the ancestors, all that stuff. Okay, come on. Well, I guess it makes sense, right? It wants the perfect one wants to go. Whoa, that one just flew. I love it. The elephant. Learn from the past, you see? So it's like gaining all this knowledge, then having the time to reflect and go within, right? But the elephant I love because it's like ancestral wisdom, right? It's like really having memories from past lives, like deep, deep knowledge, right? Very ancient knowledge, the elephant. So I love it. So Taurus is asking you, yeah, this is deep then. This went in a lot deeper. It's like asking you to really go within. 25. So maybe that means something. 25 and first house. 125. I don't know. Okay. So yeah, let's see what else wants to come out for Taurus. Pretty cool. Like that, the elephant. Whoa. So yeah, see, maybe you were carrying too many burdens. Maybe that's part of you've been burdening yourself, right? Sometimes it's just you can keep trying to hold. I mean, it's probably made you stronger. That's why, right? Learn from the past. It's made you stronger, right? Because if you look at the elephant too, it's amazingly strong relative, right? It's just wow. I just noticed how there's wings even in the wow. That's so connected to the sky and the earth, right? And I'm thinking water too, because obviously the elephant's tied into the water. I feel like all the elements just right? The fire, like even that's crazy. But yeah, Juan, this is the fire, right? So yeah, maybe you've been overloading yourself, right? So that's why probably the self care too came out. The self care. Yeah, I feel like you're getting strong like nudges too. Like something's trying to communicate with you because something keeps pull. Maybe you're a cusper with Aries because something keeps pulling on my ear too. So that's pretty. Wow, look at yeah. As I said, you're a cusper. Maybe yeah, or maybe you're a Taurus connecting with an Aries or a cusper, right? What I just got is maybe that, right? Like going within because whether you're gonna be connecting more with spirit or there's a partnership coming in, but you have to be ready for that, right? Those kind of things. Like, a lot of people will skip all that and just like, go from relationship to relationship or things like that, partnership to partnership, and never take the time to look at what they did, right? What hand they what they oh my god, how come I can't talk? What hand they had to play in the matter, right? Things like that. So wow, look at that. Yeah, maybe that you had a similar situation. See, like Aries, the last card that came out was the poopy pants, right? So the same. This is kind of like an extension of that, right? Looking back at the yeah. See, the other one's even one cup being presented. This two cups being presented, and it's like, nope, I'm still crying over the spilled milk, right? But right now, because of what's been coming out, it doesn't feel like in this sense, I'm getting like it's good to reflect, right? It's okay to reflect, but just know once you're done reflecting, there's good things already waiting for you, right? And it's funny that it's two cups, right? And this is the two of cups, right? So there is that two of cups. It's just more confirmation that you have beautiful connections on the way once you wow, see the I heard the knock in the wall again. Man, like I think things are right now very active. That's funny that I was pushed to do this reading right now, like for all the signs. So yeah, it's okay. Wow, wow, Ten of Swords, and yeah. So I guess it would make sense, right? That this card maybe being a little stuck because it was heavy, right? heavy burdens, heavy, yeah. It was just a lot to carry, right? A lot. Being 10 assorted, it's almost like those 10 wands are the ten swords that were stuck in your back kind of thing, right? But 10 10 is completion. So there, lessons learned, right? Learning from the past. Ooh, I got chills. So yeah, just a lot of burdens. But at this time, taking that time to go within. Let me see. We'll do one more and then that's it. I'll keep it moving. Yeah, look at that. Wow, beautiful things once you especially very emotionally fulfilling. So yeah, I mean I don't even have to read that much into it because yeah, there's just you already know, right? See, it's like that person presenting the cup, but it's from spirit. That's why I said maybe for some of you it will be a higher connection to spirit. And for some of you, that'll manifest like even in a person, right? Or both. Oof, yeah, that gave me yeah, yeah. A lot of like yeah, like both. Yeah, that's very interesting. Hmm. Okay. So let me see. Let me pull out the die and see what number's gonna be possibly jumping out at you through this weekend or week coming up. Wow, nine. Nine is the number of endings, right? So maybe that's gonna be very significant. Maybe 63 means something, maybe nine or maybe 36, right? So if those numbers are jumping out a lot at you, pay attention, right? They're trying to remind you of things. Maybe, come back to this message if you need to hear it again, listen to it again, right? So, all right, Taurus, hopefully that resonated or helped in some way. Hey, Bobby Alice, good morning. Hope all is well. Um, yeah, okay. So next after Taurus is did I do it right? Aries, Taurus, Gemini, right? Okay, so Gemini. Oh, I got chills already. Why? I'm barely even starting the Gemini reading. I already got these big chills. So that was interesting. That's crazy. Okay. Whoa. Destiny. Maybe that's why. Maybe you're stepping into your destiny. Your North Node is guiding you now. If you don't know your North Node, look it up, right? Look up your birth chart. Once I found out my North Node, it made perfect sense. So yeah, this is it's like they say, like a compass, right? Your north, right? Your direction. It's a reminder, right? Look at soul school, learning curve, fulfillment, purpose, maturing, experience, fruition. That's funny because I just uh posted a little short about like my plant bearing fruit or my tree bearing fruit, right? Fruition, North Star, process, development, practice, path, beacon, blossoming, becoming, integrity, journey. So that's beautiful. Ah, look at the little hot air balloons. Hmm. That's it. Maybe you need to go on a hot air balloon trip to see everything or what it's showing, right? Like seeing the big picture of things, right? Sometimes we need to step back and look at like everything from like I liked when I had my drone, right? Because you could see everything and it was pretty amazing after, right? To see all that footage and how small everything like looked, right? And then I don't know, I messed up. I gotta fix my drone, but okay, here we go. Yeah. Well, it doesn't surprise me to get chatty and want to tell all these side stories once I hit the Gemini, right? That's so funny. Okay. Okay, so what spirit animal wants to come through right now? Wow, I love it, right? Because it kind of goes with the whole North Node peacock, right? I didn't know till not to look at 46. So maybe 46 means something. 46, 64. It also is 10, completion. But I feel like you're very protected too, right? So if you're, as you're stepping into your destiny, there's nothing to be afraid of, right? Like it kind of makes me think of like the evil eye protector, right? Like the all the feathers on the peacock. Let it shine, right? Strut your stuff, peacock. I love how it's glowing for like the light is literally emanating from. It's almost like it does kind of look like a heart, but at the same time, seeing like the throat, right? The blue too, right? Obviously, the throat chakra, Gemini, that's your thing, right? And wearing that crown, bam, like, hmm, I love it. Yeah. And even the face looks very serious, like, yeah, just knowing, right? Knowing your destiny, knowing your path, following that North Node. Peacock. Oof. Okay. Good, good. I like it. I like it. So let's see what wants to come out for Gemini. Whoa, that one just flew out. Ah, something rushing in, maybe. Let's see. Let's dig it before I start saying, oh, something from the past wanting to rush in. Let me see. Yeah, wow. Okay, that's I had seen it peeking out too, but I was like, say it ain't so, right? But yeah, maybe that, right? Like it makes sense with the peacock, the star. Maybe you're really, yeah, you're really shining your light right now, right? Let it shine, right? Obviously, that, I don't know if you're out there walking around naked or what, but you're shining your crown, right? Very connected to your purpose. But right now, yeah, what's jumping out at me more is that throat, right? Like my head isn't even tingling, but you know, take it how it resonates, whether it's a physical person or be careful with thoughts, right? Thoughts, addictions, different things from the past that might be, oof. Yeah, see, I felt things trying to be careful with that. Things trying to constrict your heart. So be careful with things that, when your heart's not right, it'll stun like your money growth too and different things. So I felt that but it feels like good, like wow, that's weird. It's even the solar plexus jumped in to like protect the heart. So maybe standing in your truth is gonna be a valuable tool in protecting your heart, even walking your truth, right? Your destiny, knowing your north node, that'll help you stay on the path, right? Those kind of things. Oh yeah, because I haven't even shown you, right? So the devil came out too, right? So see, maybe, and that's what happens, right? Things from the past that didn't want you or different things, right? All of a sudden, once you're shining, right? Shining your light, then things try to come back in, right? Like trying to keep you bound. So whether this is a physical person or things from the past, negative thought patterns, different things, and look at the 5 of Wands. So things trying to start trouble with you. Like imagine something from the past, something very interesting happened. Uh yeah, yeah. I won't go into that whole story, right? But yeah, things you never like. I had a situation a few months ago where something like from like over 20 years and I was like, but I didn't even affect me, right? It didn't have to affect me. The universe had my back. I'll just put it to you like that. So it's pretty interesting, right? So be careful with that, right? Wow. But man, it told the whole story. I almost want to read the way these cards came out. I think as long as you don't give in to that, I'll just read the top one. It was pretty interesting that all of this came out. I'm just like blown away. But if you don't pay attention to that, right? Like the things trying to rush in, whether negative thoughts, people, whatever it may be, addictions from the past or things that have no space, right? I feel it like your heart being so big at this time that it'll just like push it away as long as you don't give into it, right? And then celebration. So I feel like that's a beautiful thing. Hmm. I don't know. I got thirsty all of a sudden. So just make sure you're hydrated, right? I feel like that means that you'll be moving around so much that don't forget to stay hydrated and stuff, right? So I won't read these other cards because that was just a lot of cards, but it all told the story. Let's see one more and then we'll move on. Yeah, absolutely. No worries, River Dragon. You're good. Oh wow. Yeah. So maybe this is kind of your energy, right? Just being focused on your money at this time. Look, there's that throat chakra. So maybe your throat chakra is gonna be tied into how you make money, right? Um, yeah, I don't know. Capricorn jumped out. Maybe a positive relationship to money, maybe this time around if you haven't had one in the past, right? because this Capricorn energy too, but the devil, right, being bound to things. So if you do focus on money and all this stuff, just make sure, right, it doesn't become an addiction, or it's not pulling you down in a negative way at all, right? So yeah, it looks beautiful. I mean, yeah, yeah, I think that's enough. Just the caution, right? The caution, the beware of that, and then I mean, it looks beautiful, right? The star, peacock, destiny, right? Following your north node. Oh, that's funny. Okay, so okay, yeah, the one number if to pay attention to this weekend or week. Nine again. Wow, who just got nine? Taurus too, right? So maybe you're a cusper with Taurus. Nine came out, right? But in this way, so a 54 or a 45, but nine nonetheless, right? Ending. So make sure if things do try to pop up from past situations, right? Past people, past addictions, past bondage or whatever, don't, put an end to that, right? Five is the number of change, and four is also right solid foundation. So maybe it'll be a reminder. Wow, something's tugging on my ear too. So maybe that's a reminder, right? During this week or weekend, like, oh, and this was a four too. Wow, that's funny. So the last card that literally came out was a four. So four and five, right? You're in that process right now. So, okay. So on that note, Gemini, let's keep it moving. Cancer, yeah. I think that's what they're kind of every time. Maybe they're helping me get through this without taking too long because I'm noticing the little pattern here now. Like when I come to the end, I start feeling the tug on the ear. Like, okay, next sign, next sign. So that's funny. That's so funny. Well, thank you for the yeah, because maybe I'll get carried away or something. Okay, so Cancer already, as I'm barely even about to shuffle for you, I felt a slight kind of headache here on the left side, the feminine side. So that was interesting. It wasn't like Aries where I felt it in the eye. It was more just like right here, like on the side, like closer to the temple, really. Whoa, that one just jumped out. Second house assets. Material world, possessions, finance, talent, values, solidity. Oh, look at. I don't know why this kind of gets that hoarding thing, or maybe just things. Maybe you need to look. This just feels a little different because this doesn't feel like it feels more like maybe there's things you already have that you need to look at. Like you already, almost like you already have everything you kind of need. Like you just gotta maybe within yourself, right? So the worthiness. Ah, see, wardrobe, luxuries, credit score. That's funny. Security, aesthetics. Maybe getting yourself back out there. I don't know. There's different messages I'm getting there. So maybe different cancers or tapping into different things, right? So okay. So second house, yeah. So second house. There's that two again. Oh no, who Gemini didn't have the two, right? It was who had the two? Was it Taurus? Yeah, I think Taurus, right? Or Aries. I think Aries had the twos, right? So who knows? Unless you're a Cancer connecting with an Aries in some way, or you have Aries in your chart, but the two was significant there, right? But okay, Cancer. Whoa, so Cancer's wow, I love it. The wolf spirit. Oof, I love the wolf. Turn knowledge into wisdom. See, because you already got what you need. Yeah, you already have that wisdom. That makes perfect sense, right? That's why that was coming out. Beautiful. Look at the wings on the eyes and the little wings that came out too. That's so funny. Whew. Yeah. So 67 maybe means something right now. 6, 7, or 13, right? 76, any of those numbers, right? 13 adds up to 4. Yeah. So something, one of those numbers. Wolf spirit, turn knowledge into wisdom. This is also very ancestral knowledge, right? Maybe stepping into a leadership role, right? Not leaving anyone behind because I think that's what it is. Yeah, so family is probably very important at this time. for you, Cancer. Which I kind of think like it usually is. Cancers are, I know they right, like I know they could get in their little shell, but when it comes to like family, I feel like cancers can be protective of the family and stuff like that, right? So I know, yeah, there's like a nurturing energy with family and all that stuff. So okay, let's see what else was. Gotta remember to keep it moving. Did I flip the cards? Why did I flip the cards? Just to make sure nothing. Okay, so I had flipped those. I don't want something to come out in reverse, and it's because I had the. Okay, that's good. All right. So let's see what else wants to come out for Cancer. And it's funny because I said maybe you need to get out there and look at the wolf. Does look all like, right? Very like they put on the eye makeup or something, right? Like they're ready to get out there. That's funny. Oh, maybe you're a cusper with right? Gemini got peacock, like strut your stuff kind of stuff. So that's funny. Okay. Oof. Wow. Look at strut your stuff. And that's kind of what this card, right? Maybe, yeah. Maybe you've been already, like, maybe you were taking some time to yourself. You're kind of, it's been going good, right? Hmm. I had this huge, like, good feeling in, like, my heart, solar plexus area. Like, maybe yeah, you're really stepping, even though this is a sacral chakra card, like, yeah, the solar plexus and heart feel very, like, positive, like this super, like, knowing your worth, kind of standing in your truth, like, open heart, really. So I don't feel like your heart is really constricted at all. I feel like this good. I kind of want to just stay here because I feel this amazing energy. Wow, like amazing. So maybe it's not just financial wealth. It's like, even though that's funny because the second house did have to do with finances, just a very strong card of knowing your worth. I am getting a slight pain though in the belly. So what does that have to be careful not to neglect anything health wise. So just be cautious of that. I don't know. Have you been eating right? Maybe you've been focused on other things. I mean, it feels like you're very confident. This and just look at things with you. Maybe you've been eating certain things. I don't know because I felt this kind of pain in the belly area. So I don't know what lower abdomen or lower belly. I don't know. Looking out. Oh, but look at wow. You're definitely in that Empress energy right now, right? Very confident. Yeah, there's just so much confidence right now. Like you feel abundant. You feel like the universe is gonna provide everything you need, or it already has. I guess that's why, right? Like putting on that whatever, male or female, not you don't have to be putting on makeup, but like just feeling very confident, right? That's funny. I like it though. I want to know why that pain kind of is coming in. I mean, maybe just that. Maybe just emphasis on make sure you don't, as you're, in this energy, don't neglect anything, right? Hmm. I wasn't expecting that. Let's see why that. Wow, that's insane. Oh, maybe this is a past energy or what? This is interesting. Whoa. Okay, all right. So, wow. Wow, that is crazy. So this told the whole story. So I'll just say this and then I'll keep it moving. But it feels like in the past there was something, right? Like maybe you were dealing with right? Someone very like win at all cost type energy. Had you in your head, nine of swords, everything. So that would make sense, right? Mm. Was that affecting your health too or something? Maybe during that time you weren't. Oh, I wanted to know why the stomach thing. Ah, see now it's going away. Interesting. Okay. Okay. So yeah, maybe in the past you were dealing with a very like, but it was, five too, right? I think it happened for a reason, right? Maybe it had to get so bad that it made you finally realize how unstable that was, how toxic even, right? Um, yeah, something that had you up in your head, forced you to go into hermit mode even, right? It took strength, but eventually, yeah, you walked away and moved towards calmer waters, which now manifested in this way, right? Maybe you woke up that passion in you that gave you that drive, and here we are today, right? So it feels like that's kind of the story why that happened. Oof, I got chills. Yeah. So I got chills like, yeah, maybe you had to kind of be in a more masculine energy for a while, and now you've stepped into this like more feminine, receptive energy again, right? Open heart, everything very confident, flowing. Okay, so let me keep it moving because I know I'm taking a long time with that. Okay, so what number to look out for this week? 10. So completion. Wow, that makes sense. Very complete at this time. 64, 4, 6, 10. Feels like a whole new journey, but like you're starting it on top of, so just be careful, right? Because this card out for some of you, it might be something from the past trying to rush back in. So just be careful with that. If you're already in this, remember the lessons of the past kind of thing. So I think just be careful with that. Because for some reason, yeah, see, I got a slight headache with that. Don't fall into anything from the past that caused you headaches in the past, right? So okay. So who's next? Cancer, Leo, right? Cancer, Leo. Okay. Cancer, Leo. Ah, as I split the deck, the Leos right there. That's so funny. Leo wastes no time in wanting to like be out there, huh? See my cup. Oh, Scorpio. Okay. Oh, Cancer. Okay, so I just read for you, Cassie. That was Cancer. Oh, eat better and oh, okay. So wow, okay. So that resonated. Oh, beautiful. Wow. Okay. I'm glad that resonated. Yeah. So okay, let me see. Leo. Oof. Wow. Interesting. That's interesting, Leo. Pisces came out. The Mystic. Wow. Maybe you're stepping into that kind of mystic energy right now, Leo. I was gonna say Pisces. That's funny, but yeah. Maybe you have Pisces in your chart, right? Interesting. Imaginative, compassionate, healing, empathetic. Well, I mean, some of those things are like I know that's Leo energy too, right? Like empathetic, mystical, adoring, magical, allowing, dreaming, if ephemeral. I'm not 100% what that word means, but enigmatic, spiritual, emotional, escapist, impractical, oceanic, self-pitying, illogical. Oh, so just be careful because these cards will say both the positive and not so positive kind of aspects or things that not necessarily not so positive, just things to be careful for, right? So make sure you're not falling into any self-pitying or anything like that. But on the flip side, I love that the right now imaginative, magical, dreamy, all that stuff, spiritual, emotional. Yeah, so okay. So Leo, maybe you're in that energy right now, right? Oh, almost forgot the maybe because Leo, I think of lion, so I almost forgot the spirit animal. I'm like, you already have a spirit animal. Let me see. Okay, so Leo, what spirit animal wants to connect with you this weekend or week? Wow, okay, see. Wow. The turkey. Give with gratitude and grace. Oh, okay. 61. 7. I mean, I like the 7. Maybe 16 means something. 6, 1, 7, 6 or 1. Give with gratitude. Don't forget to give gratitude. I got chills all the way down my back. So maybe just don't forget to be in a oh, maybe that's self-pitying, right? So if you get in any kind of self-pitying thing, because for some reason that jumped out at me, don't forget to stop, give gratitude and grace, right? Because I'm sure you have many beautiful things all around you. And yeah, so don't forget, right? So maybe it's a time, right? Try to do it right every morning. Like, you know, I make that part of my daily thing, right? Giving gratitude and all that. So maybe start practicing that if you're not, right? Give gratitude. All right, so what else for Leo? What else for Leo? Uh-oh. Okay, let's see. I don't know why I felt something like that because the world almost wanted to pop out, but it didn't. Unless it does after. Oh, okay. Wow. Hmm. Interesting. Very interesting. Whoa. Okay. The cards are not wasting any time with Leo. Let me see. How is this? That's funny that with Leo, it's like I'm wanting to read the whole story. Hmm. So there was something you definitely walked away from, right? I think you noticed some kind of sneaky behavior, lies, maybe, right? If you were in a connection where there were lies, some you chose to walk away, right? Wow, see the knock in the wall happen again. Be careful. I always like to. It could be an aspect of yourself too, right? So never forget that, right? Because a lot of times if we stay in a situation where lies and look at the solar plexus, right? It's jumping out. So when you don't stand in your own truth, then you'll fall for the lies, right? If you already sometimes we already know, right? We know we have the nudges and all that stuff, but we choose to ignore it, right? So in this case, I feel like you finally did walk away from something, right? It feels like it took a while though. I feel see, there's that Pisces energy, whether it was you being like, I feel like the intuition was talking, but I don't know. It's almost like I get that energy of a King of Wands acting like a page, right? Like a very, I always think like this page looks like they got a fish on their head, right? Like just kind of like foolish energy in that sense, right? So there was a situation maybe that you were dealing with a King of Wands, like an immature energy, right? Maybe someone that lied a lot. This kind of energy, right? But the good thing is, see, and that's the funny thing, right? Willing to just leave everything, right? And not looking back at any of the cups, nothing. Just being like, "Well, you know what? Forget it. I was already stacking stuff, building in this situation, and there's that Pisces energy again. Wow. Okay. So Pisces came out, Pisces. But even that, to not be in that self-pitying kind of mood, right? I guess it's just about learning from the lessons. Wow, maybe you were dealing with someone acting like a turkey. If they're being more blunt in that way, that's so funny. Mm. But anyways, there's beautiful things right on the horizon, and then maybe it might come. Oh, there's that Pisces in it. Wow, that's so funny. So this is huge. Maybe you were dealing with Leo dealing with a Pisces, right? Um, or someone with strong water, right? Yeah, interesting. I don't know why that even jumped out. Maybe a moon in Pisces, something, because the moon's jumping out at me. So, anyways, yeah, there's beautiful things, right? Where it's gonna feel like just so abundant, like emotions overflowing. So, I think you'll be receptive to it. I don't really feel like there's a warning in that. I feel like you'll be. It just feels like it was a hard lesson to learn, right? But just give gratitude. Yeah, look at it. Wow, that's beautiful. I think good things on the horizon, right? I don't think the spirit world has forgotten about you, right? The universe didn't forget about you. So just I think the main message for you is just don't be in that self-pitying kind of thing. Give gratitude, right? Life is beautiful. Yeah, you had to learn a hard lesson maybe, but just remember to always have the self-accountability, right? Because for someone to, continually, yeah, because I feel like there was a repetitive thing and you had to walk away eventually, right? So it wasn't like an overnight thing, right? It was something that you were staying in. And so don't self pity yourself. Like if you did, you learn and just keep it moving, kind of thing, right? So and give gratitude. Don't forget to give gratitude. I think that's always important, even when things are. Just know that things happen for your highest good, even if we don't want to believe it sometimes. Okay, so what number to look out for this week? Hmm, 6. Yeah, interesting. 6, right? 6 is very like home, right? Family home. Whoa, my everything's getting smoky because there's incense. I gotta probably turn it off right now. Okay, so 42 might mean something. I love it. Wow. The 42 laws of Ma'at. If you haven't looked through that, maybe that's something to look into. The 42 laws of Ma'at. Maybe there'll be something in there. Ma'at is the one that has the scales, right? So things will always be balanced out. Maybe that's another reminder, right? So look at why I got chills. So maybe that's a reminder, right? 24, right? Don't forget there's only 24 hours. Well, I don't even want to say that because obviously time is it's part of the illusion, right? So I don't know. There's something in that, right? 2, 4, 24, 42. Look at whatever resonates. So if those numbers are jumping out at you during this week, something's reminding you, right? Guiding you. So you're not alone. And those are numbers to look out for. So who's next? Leo, Virgo, right? So Virgo. Let's see. Let's see. I know I usually have a lot of Virgos that interact with me, but I don't think they usually like will say anything, huh? They'll watch and then they just don't they'll just you know. Oh wow. All right. All right, Virgo, you made me you're like don't oh Cancer, wow. The doula. That's funny, Cancer. But that feels very Virgo-ish, right? Like a very keeping to yourself kind of energy. Like knowing the pearls of wisdom you have. That's funny, huh? Feeling sympathetic, comforting, nostalgic, protective, intuitive, birthing, tender, nocturnal, caring, moody, receptive. And you made my card fly out, right? Moody, receptive, lunar, sentimental, introverted, defensive, family oriented. So Virgo, maybe you're in a I mean, that doesn't sound so far from Virgo energy anyways, but yeah, maybe you're in that kind of energy. Let me see. All right, Cancer. All right, what spirit animal should Virgo look out for? Wow, the squirrel. I'm sure you're probably gonna see squirrels everywhere, but that's beautiful. Believe in yourself. What? I don't feel like you have any trouble believing yourself, but who knows? Maybe it's a reminder, right? Maybe after watching this, you'll be like, "That's right. I am the ish, right, or something." But yeah, believe in yourself. Squirrel spirit. That's funny, huh? 57. Maybe that means something. 57, 12. That adds up to 3. The 5, the 7. Maybe you're 75. Maybe you're 57. Squirrel spirit. Believe in yourself. So I like that. Very interesting. Oh, Virgo rising. Oh, okay. Yeah. Virgo rising. So yeah, you'll probably resonate a lot with Virgo then. right? Because they say the rising is like, what do they say? It's like who you really are, or something like that, or okay. So what wants to come out for the Virgos? What message do you have for the whoa, man? So today you're really like throwing things out there, Virgo. That's funny. Look at justice. Wow. So was there something that needed to be re- receiving what's owed, right? Like what's just balance. Wow. So maybe this weekend or week balance will seem to come out of nowhere, right? Like things being restored to balance. That makes sense. Whoa. Wow. What in the world? So maybe a lot of you, this card keeps coming out. Who else did this come out? Maybe you're connecting with whoever this card came out with. That's so funny. Balance though. 69. There's the balance there, right? That's yeah, wow. Whether it's with yourself, with spirit. Let me see. Okay, why is that coming out? Whoa, okay. Interesting. Hmm. This does feel like reconnecting with somebody. But the choice is yours. You don't have to. But regardless, maybe just communicating. It feels like maybe you had to walk away from someone that, wasn't cautious with their words, right? Someone that, I feel like in a weird way, I feel like it was innocent, right? It was probably someone that's just immature in the way they are, right? Yeah, just has more maturing to do. Didn't know how to talk, right? Probably said something hurtful. You had to walk away. Um, and if that ended completely, right? Maybe it had you up in your head for a while, and finally, right? Because my gut's lighting up. I think eventually you were like, yeah, you know what? Or I feel like but there was probably a little divine assistance, right? Because I don't know, justice and this card are really wow. There was a little slight throw thing, but it feels like yeah. I feel like something, yeah. Again, just balancing things out, right? Maybe there was a divine assistance to that, right? Maybe that person magically kind of just apologized or reached out, and it doesn't mean you have to continue with that, but something came out. Maybe, yeah, maybe it balanced out in a different way, right? You didn't let it get to you, and then instead you focused on work and new opportunities presented themselves, right? I got chills, so maybe that's kind of what it was for some of you, Virgo. You just focused like, okay, fine. This person hurt my feelings. This person was reckless with their words, but I'll just focus on work, and then maybe things were made right. Maybe this is that person's energy. Maybe they were up in their head and they finally reached out and apologized that, hey, I shouldn't have done that. So take it how it resonates. But something feels very balanced like that, right? Like even this makes sense, right? Like you just were like, I know who I am. Forget it. I'm not gonna. And you just focused on yourself. Things seem to happen out of nowhere, right? Oh wow, believing in yourself, right? You just yeah. So that's funny. I feel like that's kind of what some of you Virgos were dealing with. Let me see. Just pull one more and then keep it moving. Cause let me see. See, I'll pull one more with that. Yeah, I feel like you chose to alchemize whatever it was, right? Like it probably had you in your head slightly, right? Very briefly, and then you just chose to create almost like in a way, even though it was the universe that presented a new opportunity. Oh wow, Virgo, duh. That just jumped out at me, the Virgo at the bottom. And I think this is Virgo too, because Mercury, right? Communication, right? Mercury rules Virgo and Gemini. So I feel like you just Put that to use, right? Okay. Well, cool. You were dealing with something or someone, maybe at work or something, and instead of getting into arguments or petty stuff, you just chose to focus. And I don't know, things are looking good. I feel like that was pretty to the point, and it doesn't feel like a negative energy. Just I don't know. I guess that's just a little story. I don't know. Not really any advice or anything, just a story. That's funny. Okay, so what number to look out for you to know that ancestors or oh 8. Wow, see, very karmic, right? Was that with the justice card too? I forgot. I put it away. Oh, but that's above the magician, right? Wasn't it? Yeah, shoot, I threw it in. But I think that is right. What's on top of the magician? It's the little 8. So that's funny that 8 came out. Ah, wow. It'll probably come out again. Okay, so 5, 3 might be significant. Maybe you're 35, maybe you're 53. 8, right? So maybe that number is significant right now, which is yeah, just karmic law or things balancing themselves out, right? The infinite cycles of life, I heard for some reason. So just to know, yeah, that's the ebb and flow of life. Maybe that resonates with you right now, right? So okay, Virgo, who's next? Virgo, is it Libra next? Hmm. Right as I'm getting to Libra, I'm feeling this pressure here. It's not pain, it's just pressure on the left side. So left shoulder actually. So that's interesting. It's Libra then, right? Virgo, Libra. So okay. So for Libra, let's see what wants to come out for Libra. It's interesting that Libra, some kind of burdens on your feminine side, something. Hmm. Ninth house, seeking. Oh, maybe you're, what are you seeking? Oh, are you traveling? Is there some sort of travel happening right now, Libra? Foreign travel, adventure, higher education. Maybe you got some kind of scholarship overseas, maybe something with school, something. Foreign travel, adventure, higher education, customs, faith, beliefs, pilgrimages, spiritual quests, aspirations, journalism, religion, gurus, risk taking. Ah. Like that kind of reminds me, like, like we just got back from, we I was teaching at a spiritual retreat, and it's almost like I think some of, or maybe it was kind of a recurring theme, right? People taking a leap of faith to go to something like this. So maybe there's something similar, right? You're taking a leap of faith to seek something out, right? Ninth house seeking. So obviously 9, right, is a maybe you've come to the end of a journey and you're trying to finish it off, right? Like there's something you're still seeking. I don't know what ninth house is exactly, but the 9. I'm just speaking about the 9, right? 9. But yeah, let me know if you're traveling or something, Libra. Maybe that's something that's happening for you right now. Whoa. Ah, that's funny. Beast spirit. Sweet results await. Wow. So maybe something's nudging you to take that leap of faith. That's beautiful. Hmm. I don't know why this card made me feel very positive, like a great gut feeling. So maybe that sweet results await. Maybe it is about taking a leap of faith with something. This card made me feel really good, like really, really, really good. So that is crazy. That gave me like all the good feels. Wow. 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 So it's funny, right? Because this card is like, see, something pushing you. It's funny. Sometimes, right? Things push you. I think oof. I think I have to put this incense out because it's just too smoky in here now. Okay. So, yeah, something definitely. Mm, let me see. Wow. Okay. Mm. Wow. And what was I saying? Something like it's almost like it's being divinely guided, right? Something about, and look at what I got. That's what I always think of, right? Like the temperance angel, right? Positive, spiritually and mentally positive, right? That's so funny. But also the eight of wands, like action, right? Like things coming in fast or taking action. And that's probably you. That's more your energy, probably, right? You decided to take action, really not knowing why, but feeling a nudge, right? I love this card because this happened once where I was in the ocean and this angel appeared, and it reminds me. It's almost like I was living this card in real life, right? And this angel walked right in front of me, and I was like, "What?" And then when I looked, like, yeah, it was just, and it had this smile on its face, and I was just blown away. I was like, "What?" But that's kind of what it reminds me of. The angel. Oh, that's funny. I almost felt like a little ant was crawling on my ear, but there's nothing there, so that's interesting. Okay. Mm. Wow. Okay. So, what I feel I'm getting is that maybe it's cool you took that leap of faith, but after you're gonna be worried, don't, like, right? I feel like everything's gonna work itself out because it was divinely guided, especially, right? I don't feel like what you did was a reckless thing. It was just this thing that you did. So see, like the money, maybe after you're gonna be like, oh man, why did I spend that money? And there's that nine again, right? So just be careful not to fall into that. What happened happened already, right? So if even if you don't understand why you did something, I mean, I think you'll know, right? Like things will happen maybe on this trip. These magical things will begin to happen, right? If you haven't been on this trip yet, if you already did it, well, if right now you're worrying about money, don't. I feel like things are gonna work themselves out. But if you haven't done it yet, maybe expect that after, right? You're gonna see all these magical things happen, and then after, try not to worry about things because everything was divinely guided. Or unless, yeah, something had you up in your head, and then you were like, you know what? Nah, nah. I don't know. I feel like it was the other way around, like what I said. So try not to worry about it after, but take it how it resonates. Mm. Okay, one more, and then we're done. Hmm. Yeah, it feels like there was something, right? Some kind of, I got chills. So there was some kind of divinely guided. Let me block the little. There was some kind of judgment, right? Something happened that allowed for you to go on this journey. Almost like if in the heavens, some beings made a judgment and they were like, the ruling was for you to go on this voyage or something. It's really strange what I'm getting, but that's what I'm getting. So mm, maybe they felt like you were ready, like you were strong enough to start this journey. Oh, thank you, River Dragon. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, maybe they felt like you were strong enough to go on this journey, and you're starting, yeah, like something new, right? Because even this is like the crown chakra. So I feel like something, yeah, like it's so weird, right? It's like that. Like I'm seeing, like if they up there, they had a meeting about you in the heavens, right? They literally were like, okay, they're ready. Wow, okay. Ah, I get it now. Wow. Like maybe you knew something was calling to you, and oh, okay, I got you. So maybe, yeah, and then they were like, okay, they're ready to learn the next. to step into that next. And a lot of times that does take a leap of faith. And not only did they feel you were strong enough and it was time, but you, I think, proved it. So whether you're barely starting this journey or you already went through it, just remember after, don't stress out. Don't stress out about financial things or things like that. Everything will work itself out, right? If you haven't heard that song, it came to me in a dream, but I know it says "Let It All Work Out" by Lil Wayne, but to me, I always hear it as "It'll all work out, it'll all work out." So maybe go listen to that song, right? But I feel like you're on a new adventure and just go with it, right? Yeah, yeah, just go with it. Cause that bee, man, this bee gave me all the feels, right? Like the most positive, kind of just vibrant. See, still, when I hold this, like I'm getting chills, so many chills. So I think you're on a beautiful journey, Libra, and things are gonna begin to unfold in a very miraculous and special way. Oof, it even made me emotional saying that. Wow. Yeah, yeah, that's pretty interesting. Yeah, yeah. So wow. Okay. Cool. Oh, the numbers. Oops. Almost forgot. Libra, right? Wow, yeah, I got really spaced out with that reading. I don't know. Four. Wow, okay. That's like solid foundations, right? So maybe that's a good reminder. Maybe you're 31, maybe I don't think you're 13. Listen to this. But 13 is about is right the card of like the death card, which is transformation, right? Maybe it's time to nines came out a lot in your reading, so maybe it's a reminder, right? To let the old you've came to the end of the road with one set of the journey. It's time to start the next phase of the journey, right? As whatever seeking you will find, right? That's that saying, seeking you will find. So maybe you finally started seeking and now you're finding, right? So 1, 3, 4, 13, 31. If those numbers jump out at you, maybe while you're on your voyage, maybe you're going on your voyage this week or something, pay attention to those numbers. Maybe you're getting to the airport and it's like terminal 13 or gate 13 or 1 or 3 or something like that. So maybe you get a locker somewhere to store your stuff and it's like 13, 31, something. So yeah, okay. So yeah, Libra, who's next? Scorpio, right? I know I've skipped Scorpio in the past, so skip again. So Scorpio, Scorpio. And then I had to come back to them after, right? But okay. I'm already getting a strong like solar plexus kind of energy, or let me see. I don't know. Maybe you're coming into that because it's a little like maybe you were holding it back. I don't know. It's a weird energy. Feels like a push and pull kind of with the solar plexus. So I don't know what you're going through there, Scorpio. Okay. So one message for Scorpio. Whoa. Wow. That was beautiful. I love it. Scorpio, you jumped out. Exactly what I was saying. See that solar plexus push and pull, and then you're like, yes, I'm coming out. Like, this is the powerhouse, right? Why were you being undecisive though? What was up with that? That was funny. Wow, at least you made the choice. Transformative, intense, passive. It fought intense the way it just jumped down. Transformative, intense, passionate, secretive, carnal, thorough, obsessive, intimate, primal, lusty, deep, eternal, resourceful, mysterious, regenerative, compulsive, destructive, manipulative. So again, it warns, right? This gives both, right? The positive and things it warns about, like, hey, unless you resonate with that, hey, maybe you're feeling if you're feeling that kind of energy, then but obviously you don't want to be in a destructive energy, so just be careful with that. Okay, so Scorpio, what spirit animal is going to be speaking to Scorpio this week or this weekend? Whoa, wow, look at you. Wow, that one just flew out, just like the Scorpio card. That was crazy. Wow. So you are in that energy right now. Lizard spirit, dream the world into being. That kind of goes with that, huh? The powerhouse. Dream the world into being. 38. So maybe you're 38. That's beautiful, huh? Look at the little lizard even has wings, right? But they're forming. Maybe that's why kind of the push and pull with the solar plexus, right? Dream the world. Maybe you're gonna dream your wings into. I like it though. 38, 83, 12. Wait, no, 11, right? 3 and 8 is 11. Oh, interesting. 11, and it looks like the two little poles look like 11 too, right? Maybe 11 is gonna be significant to you as well. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's get into it. Scorpio. I like it though. Dream the world into being, Scorpio. The powerhouse. Wow, it feels like, yeah. It was so funny because that push and pull with the solar plexus. Maybe some of you, right, will be kind of, see? So maybe that's what it's been, right? Too many choices, right? That'll confuse your solar plexus, not because then you don't stand firmly in, what you know, right? And there you are, Scorpio. Wow, you're very like present in this reading, so that's funny. What was I talking about? This, yeah, well, yeah, the solar plex. Duh, I just said that. Okay, so yeah, right, fantasy. So try not to. I mean, there is that positive aspect of it, right? Dream the world into being, but maybe that's why it could fall into a destructive thing when you don't decide, right? Picture like you're building something, right? But you're like, oh no, let me go into this, then this, and then it's being built on a. That's like what creates the towers, right? Being built on an unsolid foundation, and boom, this comes crashing down. Boom, that comes crashing down instead of just like really building on something, right? So I think as you're dreaming the world into existence, what you want to create for yourself, be careful not to yeah, be trying to, I know some people like to brag about, oh, I multitask and this and that, but I would say during this time, try to focus on something, right? First, and then whatever. If you need to multitask after, wow, see, yeah, something, taking the time to learn something, right? And maybe in connections too. Maybe you'll be connecting with a Capricorn, right? Or maybe learning from Capricorns. They're very good. I think Capricorns tend to be good, right? At focusing and diving all into something, right? So maybe there's something there. Three of Pentacles. Oof. Okay. I wasn't expecting that for sure. Oh, wow. Okay. That makes sense. And there you are again. Okay. That makes perfect sense. Wow. Okay. Wow. Wow. I had a kind of slight headache too on the masculine side, right? Yeah, the Ten of Swords jumped out. So I feel like that's something that led you into High Priestess mode. Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. Man, so all those 10 swords is like I know I talked to a Scorpio recently and yeah, I feel like I talked to a few Scorpios recently for some reason, or was it the same Scorpio? And maybe because of that, right? Because Scorpios are good at the death and rebirth, right? I feel like you learned a lot to get into this, to that be the high priestess. I feel like you really went through it, and things are balancing out, right? Because I feel like this is telling that story, right? Because there you are again, Scorpio. Maybe it feels like it's something new, right? It feels like you're barely scratching the surface, but as the high priestess already, that's the funny thing, right? It's like a whole new journey, but in this whole new you, right? Like, and then, the word in Spanish, conquista, is to conquer. So you're gonna, whatever you're stepping into, like, you're gonna conquer it, right? I know there was that little push and pull, and I still have that slight headache thing, right? maybe it feels like that, but you're gonna do it no matter what I feel. Maybe yeah, the same, right? Like this Ten of Swords felt. Who else did I feel the punch in that? Was it with Aries? So I know like Aries and Scorpio are they're both connected to the tower, right? Or something like that. And it's funny I mentioned the tower. So maybe this was like a tower moment, right? But because of this, it yeah, it grew something out of you, right? Like all those death and rebirths eventually led you to this, which now you're on this new journey, but in a whole different on a whole nother level, right? And then I don't know why I'm getting stuck with my words right now, but justice came out. So it's balanced, right? It's what's owed to you, basically, right? I feel like after all those Ten of Swords, right? The least you could do is but the beautiful thing is you chose to learn from it, right? That's see, you didn't there's no devil here, no stuck patterns, nothing. Like you actually learned, right? Whatever happened. So maybe you didn't learn at first. You just kept getting going through it, right? That's a lot. Like it's not, they say usually Scorpios will have like seven death and rebirths to reach that phoenix stage, right? I think the seventh death and rebirth, then you rise as the phoenix, right? I think the sixth is like the eagle, and then the seventh, the phoenix, right? So this is definitely that. You were like, give me three extra ones, right? You didn't just do the seven. You were like, I'll do 10 death and rebirths here, right? So yeah, that's pretty interesting. But now things are, yeah, they're due, right? Balanced and the star, right? That's why it's funny. Like Powerhouse came out, so that makes perfect sense, right? Powerhouse. Maybe you are stepping into something spiritual. Maybe that's why the high priestess, right? Maybe you're someone that people are gonna seek out, right? Look to, like the star, right? Someone that people are gonna be guided by, like the star. But it feels like the path is, yeah, maybe you're barely starting that work, right? Because that's why that solar plexus was like, do I, don't I, right? Like someone announcing, hey, like maybe all their family, maybe you had a religious background and your family's like, wait a second, what? You're a what? Like you do this spiritual work now? But it feels like, yeah, there's, maybe 33, right? 33, they say is like that number of like, ascended masters and all this. I know they use it too, like with the Masons, right? Like 33rd degree or something like that. But regardless, right? And both of them are third eye. Ah, that's funny. 33. So, oh, and the high priest is the third eye too, right? So I feel like that kind of confirms that. Yeah, so maybe you're gonna be stepping into that kind of spiritual work. People might be surprised by it. Maybe that's why you were having that struggle. Like, oh, maybe you were a little worried about what are people gonna say, but I think at the end you're just gonna jump out and be like, you know what? You're just gonna dive right into it. 1331 came out in Aries. Oh, it did. Wow. I saw 1331 before this. Wow. Okay. That's funny. That's crazy. So yeah, there's the synchronicities. Well, I'll go back when I'm putting the timestamps. I'll go back and look at it too. So yeah, I'm gonna make note of that. That's funny. Okay. Oh, the numbers, right? So let's see what numbers come out with Scorpio. Yeah, that was a beautiful reading. I'm glad, like, because that push and pull in the beginning, right? I'm glad. I feel like some of you are still in that, right? So if this helps in any way, hopefully this helps with the confirmation, right? Especially with that. I feel, you know what? The Justice card too is jumping out at me as that you'd be a balance, like, it's not gonna be so like you'll be a balance. I heard healer even. Wow, that's funny. Even that word jumped in my mind right now. Healer. So maybe that if you like, let's say that you won't just sugarcoat it to tell people what they want to hear or something. Like you'd be straight out, like, nope. Like, I mean, hey, you want to do that, go ahead, but then don't whine about the outcome or things like that. I feel like you'd be very just in the way, you guide people, right? Or the messages you receive for them or things like that. Okay, so wow, 10, yeah. I know this came out with someone else, 10. So 64 might be significant. 6 4 4 6, right? unless that's your age or that's a significant number to you. 4 and 6. That's 10 to completion, right? So maybe you completed that phase of the journey. 10 could also be one. So starting the new journey, right? Well, yeah, 10 of swords came out, right? So that makes sense. So if these numbers are jumping out at you, 10, 6, or 4, 46, 64, pay attention to that, right? That's the universe giving you that nudge, right? If you feel like oh, maybe I'm not on the right path and those numbers jump out at you, pay attention to that. That's probably your ancestors telling you, not probably because I got chills. That's your ancestors and guides, angels telling you, hey, you're good. You're on the right track. So Scorpio, Sagittarius, right? So hopefully I'm not jumping out of order or anything. Sagittarius. Whoa, okay. Trine, flow. Maybe it's a time to just float. I know Sagittarius is fire, but maybe hey, get uh get close to water, right? Maybe you have water in your chart. Harmonizes, aids, enriches, benefits, energizes, enjoys, eases, lubricates, gifts, rhymes, supports, indulges. Wow. I feel like Sagittarius is a very supportive kind of sign, right? I've always gotten along good with Sagittarius. Yeah, yeah. Sagittarius are always for me. Oh, well, my moon's in Sagittarius, duh. So so yeah, that's why I get along with Sagittarius really well. So I don't know why. Did I forget that or something? That's so funny. Spider again. Wow, maybe you're a cusper with Scorpio. Make your dreams real. Wow, so that's a theme. And there's that 11 again. 5 and 6 is 11. That's funny. I love the spider though. Spiders to me, yeah, they're amazing. I really like. Once I was walking through this. Oh man, nah, yeah, that'll hit me right now. So I'm not gonna share completely that story. But well, okay, let me share. I was walking through this field of like it was early in the morning and there were spider webs everywhere. And it was like it took me like I had a vision of this whole like universes and galaxies all interweaved together, like the keepers of all this knowledge. It was just so much. It was like this over. That's why right now, like, oh, I don't want to go there again because that was overwhelming. But how much knowledge these beings have, right? Like the spider. So Sagittarius, maybe that's something about you, right? Maybe you're way more knowledgeable than you realize, or you do realize, right? I don't think Sagittarius really don't have. I don't think they have trouble realizing how connected they are, right? Because they're already born, right? Isn't the Sagittarius the half man, half animal? So they already know that they're tapped in. And there you are, Sagittarius. So, what in the world is happening here? Well, I mean, we all have our things, right? I heard we all have our demons, so I'll just say it how I heard it. But maybe you were having trouble making a choice. Maybe it was tied into money, right? Maybe a job, maybe something. You're trying to find balance with that. But it feels like whatever choice you've made, you're optimistic about it now. And there you are, Sagittarius. So it feels like you might be starting something new. Oh, making your dreams real. Yeah. Maybe you were just in that dreaming stage and now you're actually taking the time to start weaving out that, right? Like the spider making that web, right? Obviously, they start off with one little strand and take it from there. What is this immature energy though? I don't know if this is you or someone else. I'll pull more cards right now, but the devil came out with this page of the page with the fish on his head. So, what is this? Is it you not trusting your intuition? Maybe you're having doubts and that's showing up as the devil energy for some reason. Maybe things from your past trying to come back in, like maybe addictions, right? Something. Okay. Wow. I feel like you need to trust your intuition, Sagittarius. Usually I don't say things like that, like you need to or this or that, but I feel like you need to. Like right? And if you don't, like maybe you're worried about a past, right? When you were in a very right, that probably that's why you're undecisive, like with financial things. You don't want to ever, let's say that, right? You're at a job, you're making money, and you're like, I don't, and then you leave it, right? You're getting the intuitive nudges to leave it, but you don't want to be in that uncertainty, right? Like, what am I gonna do, right? And to be in that like that, like whatever, homeless, without money, this and that, it's like a fear. In that, right? In that, oh, my stomach even hurt. What was that about? Because it feels like you already made some kind of choice, right? To move to, not necessarily, that's the weird thing. That's why it was funny that I was holding, you're afraid that, yeah, not that you're afraid not that you're moving to calmer waters, but that you maybe made the wrong choice and you're moving into something that's not gonna go good for some reason. So your intuition is showing up like that. It's showing up like a page because you're not trusting it or something. It's really weird. This is weird. I didn't expect that. Did I show that the hermit came out too? So maybe you need to go into hermit mode or you already figured it out and well yeah, because the page of wands came out. So I feel like maybe you were going through that struggle. That's why the devil came up. Maybe you were going through that. Okay. See, and there it is again. The so maybe you were going through that, right? You were afraid because you had to make a choice. You didn't have to, but you made a choice about something and you just didn't know how it was going to turn out. My gut's kind of lighting up with that. Maybe you were worried because you didn't know how it was going to turn out, but now almost out of thin air, or if it hasn't happened, maybe it's about to, where it's going to almost seem like an opportunity just comes out of thin air. That's kind of what I'm getting there. It's almost going to seem like an opportunity just comes out of thin air. That's pretty interesting. Okay. Mm. Mm. I feel like I'm hearing like don't let it maybe that just knowing like not to let it pass you by, right? The opportunity. Maybe you were in a little bit of a hangman mode, and that's I had this weird scent right now. What was that about? I think it had something to do with like I'm trying to think what that would mean. Maybe like from the past, right? Something, yeah, something just okay, let me okay. Wow, so that's pretty interesting. I feel like you were finally receptive to this, right? To from all that, I was like, how is this gonna end here? But there was the hermit mode, the hangman mode, everything. So maybe someone came through very charismatic, wanting to start right. They offered you something, right? Financial after all that. Or maybe they saw you in this kind of like it stood out, right? I think you're really good at keeping like maybe people aren't really aware. Like I felt that even like if you're stressing out, people won't see it, right? Because I almost felt like you could be having like a pain in the neck kind of thing, and people won't see it. And I think it paid off because you exert this energy, or this is how people view you, right? Maybe so whether you connected with someone like this, right? Regardless, like some kind of offer came in seemingly out of nowhere, right? And because you present yourself, wow, almost like, yeah, like if you create it, right? Because this is kind of like the witchy card, right? Hmm. But it's funny, like charisma is jumping out at me, like interesting. And then it put you in this Empress mode, right? Now I got chills with that one. So maybe yeah, I feel like this is just the whole story. You kind of threw me for a loop here. I feel like you were kind of there was something you were going through with that devil, right? Something from the past was creeping in. Maybe just doubts, right? Doubts, fears, something like that. But it feels like it all worked out at the end. I'm hearing that song again. Who did I just? Maybe you're Cusper with Scorpio. Was that the one that I heard, the "Let It All Work Out" song, or "It'll All Work Out"? Because it feels like now you're just sitting pretty in like a receptive energy, right? Like an offer came to you. I feel like the reminder is, if you haven't already taken it, like I feel like you'll see the light bulb will go off. Like this will put you in a good position, right? I almost want to pull. Okay, let me see one, because Sagittarius has me kind of going in circles here. Yeah, wow. Okay, there it is. Whew, thank you for that confirmation. Yeah, the star. Yeah. So all this whole, I don't know what happened, right? Like a whole journey. Maybe you face your demons. There's a few demons trying to pop back up, because I think that's what I heard right in the beginning very clearly, like that phrase, like something with like facing your demons, or this or that, right? But I feel like if it hasn't happened, it's about to, or it already did, right? And you're just kind of um yeah, and this Empress energy, but also star, right? Empress and the star, that's pretty, yeah. So maybe you're in the spotlight, right? Maybe you're someone that does things in the spotlight, and that's kind of the opportunity you had. Yeah, maybe for some of you, like a podcast host, a host of a TV show, something, but something that you're out spokesperson, right? Maybe you're gonna be like hired as the spokesperson for like infomercials or something. I don't know. That's interesting, right? But something where you're like a spokesperson for something, or very interesting energy there. Okay, so let me pull out. Yeah, I don't know, but hey, at least it ended well. So I mean, it started well, anyways, right? I saw the whole optimism, but yeah, that's pretty funny. Okay, so for Sagittarius, what number? Seven. Wow, lucky number seven. Yeah, that's beautiful. 6 and 1. So maybe that means something. 16. I know 16 is always a very, wow, I just seen something like move right here. So maybe that's a reminder. Like it's literally, I saw, yeah, like a flash of light right here. There's nothing that would have made that flash. So that was funny. Whether it's like so maybe you have ancestors around you right now. Um, yeah, angels. Maybe pay attention to orbs appearing by you or something during this time, right? Or yeah, 1 and 6, 6 and 1. 16, 7, right? 7. Wow. Yeah, the number 7 came out. I think you're the first person that 7 came out with, right? And then I seen like literally something very like divine, looked like it just passed by right here. So that was pretty interesting. So there you go, I guess. Sagittarius. And that makes sense, right? You're gonna be, oh wow, the star. It almost looked like that, like a boom of a star would have flashed or something. It was like that. Yeah, because yeah, that's pretty interesting. Wow. Hmm. Okay. So, hey Adrian, how's it going? Who's next? Sagittarius, Capricorn, right? Okay, so I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I know I probably took a long time with that one. Who did I take the longest with? I think probably Aries and Sagittarius, right? The two fire signs. That's funny. Usually you would think like the fire is like poof, fast, right? But Or I don't know, was that long? Because I just felt like I got stuck in a whole like adventure there with Sagittarius. That was funny. Like I was seeing a whole story. Wow. So Capricorn, Libra, the idealist. Maybe you have Libra in your chart. Maybe you're connecting to Libra right now. Harmonious, cooperative, balanced, socially aware, artistic, people pleasing, fair, idealistic, aesthetic, choosy, aspirational, geometric, graceful, considerate, obliging, indecisive, judgmental, flattering. So yeah, always just be careful with be careful not to step into the other energies. I forgot I had some. Okay. So Libra. What spirit animal is Capricorn able to connect with at this time? For little extra assistance. Capricorn. Whoa. Wow. Amazing. White Raven spirit. Have I ever seen one in person? The White Raven 6'6". That's funny. Trust in the magic. Wow. Interesting. Wow. Trust in the magic. Hmm. Oh, I got chills. All right, Capricorn. Let's see. Trust in the magic. Why do I keep repeating that? Maybe you're gonna be seeing things appearing like just in like it's gonna feel like it's insane, right? Like so be careful not to feel like you're going crazy because if things are like I'm sure I know Capricorns are tapped in. I don't think they'd have any problem with interesting things happening. All right. Oh wow, it did fly. Hermit mode. Maybe you need to take some time, right? If a lot of things are happening and whoa, wow, this card is just how many appearances did this card make today? Wow. So the Hermit, right? 9. Trust the magic. 6 6 is what? 12 3, right? Hmm. Virgo. There's that 2 of Cups again. So maybe you'll run into someone. It'll seem very magical, a little too hard to believe, right? Or maybe someone will become cooperative. I heard all of a sudden, right? That's trust the magic. Wow, trust the magic. King of Cups and the High Priestess. Maybe you'll be connected. Maybe there'll be a connection that's gonna feel very intuitive, very I heard watery, but watery is not a bad thing, right? Because water can mold into anything, right? Trust the magic. I keep hearing that. That's so funny. Trust the magic. Yeah. Hmm. I don't know. Everything just feels right for some reason. Maybe that's why, right? Things are gonna feel so right. It's gonna be like, what's happening here? Yeah, right. Like, wow, even that, right? Like, I didn't even think about it. The 6 6, right? Very balanced. 6 6, right? Partnerships, right? I mean, these are 6 6 too. Just wow. Even that, right? The Pisces, the King of Cups is very like, right? Like the 2 fishes, but regardless, it's very balanced. The High Priestess. Maybe it's gonna feel like you're not gonna even realize you're manifesting things. Like, and it's gonna, yeah. I don't know. I just keep hearing trust the magic. Like, okay. Well, even Libra, right? Libra is even very balanced. I didn't even think about it. Even though here, it's funny that they depicted Libra very like abstract, right? But wow, and there's that knock in the wall again. That's so funny. The knock in the wall to confirm. Yeah, it just feels very balanced, very magical. It feels like watching like a storybook, right? Like Alice in Wonderland or something crazy. And I don't know what's why did I say Alice in Wonderland? What's the theme of that movie overall? I don't remember. What is the whole theme? I just remember off with their heads. I hope it's not that kind of oh wow. So maybe you're gonna find a partnership, right? Maybe you two are gonna start doing like some kind of work, right? Spiritual work, maybe. It's gonna seem very magical. Hmm. There's that eight. Yeah. Very financially abundant, I heard. So both of you standing in your truth, right? Maybe one of you slightly more. I mean, nah, the King of Cups is very intuitive, right? Maybe, yeah, intelligence, creativity, creative intelligence. Both very knowledgeable. My gut lit up with that. Wow, what? Ooh, interesting. I don't know. Wow, maybe something like I don't know. I even heard like maybe like you two will form something. There'll be like a silent investor kind of thing, right? Like even that, someone will take notice. Wait, how am I holding this on? Right? What is Capricorn working on? Is there something? Is there a Capricorn right here that's doing some big kind of things, or this is interesting. Yeah, see, but these are very like this is like the almost like the talent behind right everything, and then here comes someone like, well, like this may not be someone that possesses what they got, right? But I guess they can add to it too. Unless, let me see. If something comes out that I know, because there's something weird about that. It almost doesn't fit, right? Maybe that it almost looks just weird because this is very blue, very trusting, very this and this. This just has like I don't know why am I getting that? Because I know fire and water is well, yeah. Even the high priestess, right? It's almost like water is just flowing, like covering her robe, kind of thing, right? I don't know. I don't really feel nothing negative from the Emperor card, but let me find out what. I mean, it's just a different kind of energy, right? Maybe it's just an energy of like, yeah, like the silent investor, how I said, like someone that's like, okay. Yeah, wow, okay. Wow, okay, yeah. Look at that. I mean, even the Ace of Swords is success. The, Pentacle prosperity, success. Wow. Maybe like spirit is backing your plan. It's showing up as a very like I guess just be careful, right? Because this is also like, if you have someone come in, right, and adds to the pot, doesn't try to take over, right? What you got. Like it's almost like, hey, you're a silent investor. Well, let's look at that first word silent, right? And let's kind of keep it that way. Like we got what we're doing over here. Thank you for, bringing in that extra help, right? Maybe investing in something financially, but it's so funny how this card is just I don't get a negative thing from it. It's just that be careful with someone trying to like um overpower. I think it's that. Why wouldn't it be in an emperor's nature to be like, hey, I'm like wanting to assert that control, right? So that, right? But it's just funny how all these, yeah, these cards, I don't know, it just jumps out at me, right? Like all the blue or, well, except this one, right? This one's a little more, but all the lighter colors and this, but that's kind of how the way things work, right? Yeah, that's sometimes the way things work. Like the music artist that then signs with the company that, hey, the music artist is all about the creative process. They're not really thinking about the finances and all this and that. So of course, yeah, sometimes, but obviously you have to be careful, right? Be careful with what you sign, be careful with this and that. I don't feel like this is a negative energy as long as everything, let's say it is something to do with that, make sure everything, read the fine print kind of thing, right? Yeah, because it feels like there'd be a very overbearing kind of like, if it doesn't feel negative, it's just like a something about, someone once told me that, like even culturally, right? And then I'll go to the next sign. Um, Culturally, right? Like I told, like, wow, this supervisor I had at this job, and he was like, hey, that he used to work with like millions of dollars, right? What did he do? Like trading, right? Like stocks trading or whatever. He worked at one of those companies. Um, and he said how when he would deal with, like, for example, a lot of like Chinese clients, right? That to them it was nothing. Like, hey, even if someone like here in the US, for example, oh no, you're a thief and this and that, but like in the Chinese culture, with like if someone ended up like convincing you to like put in some money and you lost like $1 million, it was just like, hey, they got over on you. Like, hey, good for them, right? Like he explained it like that, and I was like, oh wow. He's like, yeah, see, it's just different cultures will have different things. So just that, know that if when you do dealings with people, um, if to them it doesn't mean like, hey, you didn't read the fine print. Why didn't you read the fine print? This is legal. Like, hey, you signed something, so just be careful. I don't know why I'm getting that. Really strange, but just that if you do business with certain authoritative figures, always be careful to read the fine print. I'll put it like that, right? So that was weird that came in, but it feels like a great uh energy overall, right? Like things like new business, new this, new that. Like I don't know, just interesting. Did I pull the numbers or no? That was for Capricorn, right? I don't think I did the numbers, did I? Okay. Whoa, eight. Yeah, see, so I think the eight came out too, right? Eight of Pentacles. So the financial, so maybe 26 means something. Six and two, 62, 26. Um, eight, right? So pay attention to those numbers. If they come out, I think eight's gonna come out, especially if you're dealing with, you'll probably be seeing 888, 8888, right? Different things like that. So pay attention to those numbers jumping out at you, or the six and the two as well. So Capricorn, Libra, North. Definitely trust the magic. Okay, yeah. Oh, thank you. Internal intentions. Appreciate you. So Capricorn. Who's next? Who's next? Is it Aquarius? Aquarius, then Pisces, right? Pisces is gonna be last but not least, right? But Aquarius first. Okay, so yeah, in that state of trust the magic. I love that phrase. Yeah, like I would have loved to get that in my reading, right? The White Raven, trust the magic. Okay, so here we go. Wow. Yeah, I know this came up recently because someone was like, oh, how do you say that? Because I think I always used to say it the other way, but Uranus, right? Revolution. Wow. Aquarius, are you striking? I don't know. That's kind of like the Aquarius thing, huh? Revolution. Like, Aquarius will kind of march to the beat of their own drum, so to speak, right? Breakthroughs, brainstorming, originality, insight, awakening, technology, innovation, humanitarianism. Wow, that's 100% what the Aquarius symbolizes, right? Reform, surprise, freedom, experimentation, the unexpected, rupture, edge, diversity, lightning. Wow, striking down the old, right? Because that's what they say, right? We're in the age of Aquarius, the I know. So maybe it's time for revolution with Aquarius. Maybe Aquarius is gonna be the fire starter of something new. Let me see. Whoa, okay. All right, so this is the spirit animal that's connecting. You gotta be kidding me. Wow, I got chills. What in the world? I don't know. I was shuffling for a while there. That's pretty interesting. Trust the magic. You gotta be kidding me. They came out again. Ah, trust the magic. Okay, because I like, nah, I'm gonna put it in there and shuffle again, right? But hey, if it came out twice, it came out twice. Trust the magic. That is crazy. So hey, maybe you're a cusper with Capricorn, Aquarius, Capricorn, cusper or something. That's funny. All right, so that's a reminder to me because I was about to throw it back in and be like, nah, how did it like twice in a row? I know I shuffled it, but trust the magic. All right, White Raven. That's so funny. Eighth grandchild. Wow. Congratulations. Blessings. Yeah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Congratulations. Eighth. Wow. That's a very, right? That is, and back then that's how, like, I mean, it still is. Just, I don't know why people don't look at it, but children were blessings, right? They are blessings, right? So that's beautiful. The eight, no, like, yeah, that's beautiful. Even my mom had seven sisters and one son. So it was, in my mom's side, it's, yeah, seven women, one boy. And yeah, eight. Wow. I didn't think about it till right now. That is a beautiful number, very balanced. So let me see. Okay. So what else for Aquarius? What else for Aquarius? That's funny. Wow. Because, I know sometimes that number might get, but here it feels very family, right? So maybe trusting, because look, it's 666, right? But I know it gets that negative connotation, but it's family, right? um it's just funny that that six came out, right? Maybe a big emphasis on that. Maybe trusting the magic is you're gonna run into an old situation from the past, nostalgic, right? Open up your heart in that way. Interesting. And not to say that it has to happen in, oh, hmm, interesting. Who did? Wow. Interesting. I don't know. Are you gonna have Aquarius? Is it gonna be like a between two suitors or something? Because I mean, there's specifically a nostalgia with a person, right? That's what I'm getting. But you have the King of Wands and the King of Cups, right? Or maybe this person embodies both. I don't know. Very emotionally intelligent, but also has that leadership quality, right? Both the third eye. Yeah, maybe there's something there. Maybe Pisces. Maybe that they have Pisces and Aries in their chart, right? I think Pisces cusp, maybe a cusper, right? I think Pisces and Aries meet, right? So maybe someone with a birthday in that. Yeah, see? And my heart's kind of doing the little glowy thing. So, unless this is you, I don't know if you're gonna see someone from the past and you're gonna make an offer or they're gonna make an offer. But then the sun came out, so it doesn't feel like it's like out of reach kind of thing, right? I think that's why Trust the Magic came out, because it's gonna feel very like, why would that be? I don't know. Maybe it's a like, maybe in the past it was like a connection, different religions, different this, different that, right? Maybe something in the past would have seemed like this is an unconventional connection, right? And maybe that's why the revolution card came out, like doing things differently, like than the norms, right? But it's something that is gonna make you very happy, obviously, right? Hmm. Let me see. I gotta look this up because I'm getting this. Wow, spiritual awakening and wow. Wow, okay. So maybe it's gonna be like a very strong connection that's gonna it's gonna bring like a spiritual wake maybe for both of you. It feels like they don't even want me to tell you everything. That's interesting. There's a secretiveness to this in some way. Why? And I want to pull more cards. They're like, they're like, there's a secretiveness to this. Okay, let me pull more cards. That's funny. That is so funny. There's a secretive to this. Wow. Oh, maybe just that. Okay, one more. Really nice though. Really good connection there. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Wow. Maybe it's just coming in faster than you think. Like it's gonna seem out of nowhere. And then the Nine of Pentacles. So something. Maybe both. This feels like both of you are gonna feel like this, right? Like it's gonna feel very prosperous. The sacral chakra jumped out at me. So maybe it's gonna be with all the wands too. Like also yeah, it's gonna feel like it happens fast, but you two already know each other, right? There's a history there. I don't know. I'm like, man, oops, is that the secret I wasn't supposed to say or what? I feel like there's something else, and I almost don't want to die. I want to be respectful of that. Maybe Aquarius isn't supposed to know everything with that. I want to be respectful of. Wow, wow. So maybe okay. So after this, I'll move on to the last but not least. So maybe there was something from your past, right? Or it takes strength, right? Because what did I say in the beginning? Maybe it was something unconventional, right? Maybe in the past you two met and people were like, "No, this will never work out because of this," or maybe it's long distance, or maybe you two are different religion, or maybe you two just, right? Maybe one of you was spiritual, one of you wasn't, and now there's gonna be something where you two are gonna meet at a different phase of your life, right? The sun came out, which is the happiest card in the deck, they say. But the see, so it's gonna take strength, right? It took strength to get to this point, or it's gonna take strength, but I feel like you're already there and the world, right? So whatever old way, definitely, right? You struck it down like bam, like little flies, right? Maybe that you had people buzzing in your ear like flies, and they were always telling you how to live your life and no, this is wrong because of this or that or culture or however. And finally you brought an end to it, right? Like the lightning, like someone like praying to the heavens, strike them down, and then all the lightning starts hitting, and you're like, okay, I'm free there. And then you go trolloping naked into, closing your cycle and starting a whole new chapter of your life, right? With the little wands, right? Galloping, or I don't know how to say it, like skipping, galloping. It's trolloping ain't even a word, right? I don't know why. It's something like that, but you get it. You get it, Aquarius. Oh, trolloping is a word. That's so funny. So, oh, it was. Oh, it was a word considered sexually immoral. Well, it isn't gonna be in a bad way. It's gonna be with that new person, so it's all good. You trollop away. Anyways, look, there's a lot of even the sun's all naked, right? On the horse, trolloping away on the white horse, or yeah, whatever. So, anyways, that's not in a negative way, though. Okay, so yeah, that's it for that. Let me pull the numbers, and so we'll just say galloping away then, or something. I don't know. That's funny. Well, at least I'm not making up words, right? It's an actual word. Okay, so what else for Aquarius? What numbers? Or yeah, maybe that's what like people just seen it like for whatever reason, right? I feel like there's just a strong connection, and maybe people in the past were like, "Oh no, that's too moving too fast" or something. But maybe you knew each other from a past life. Hmm. Ah, right. We could meet people in this life that were like, it just feels so natural, so easy, and people don't realize that you probably were already connected it from a past life. And yeah, yeah, so we don't have to get, but you get it. If you get it, you get it, right? Nine. Wow. Yeah, so yeah, really ending that old cycle. So yeah, maybe 63 means something. 36, 9, right? So those numbers, if you see them, know that you're on the right track, right? 36, 9, 63, 6, 3, and whatever combination, right? Maybe you two go meet somewhere, or when you meet, right? There's gonna be that. Maybe you look up and the address there is like something with these numbers: 36, 6, 3, 9, something like that, right? 36369. Wow, 369. Isn't that like Trust the Magic? I forgot. How could I forget about this card? Trust the Magic. Yeah, so that's all. Oh, wow, and there's that 6, right? Ah ha ha, 6. So yeah. Okay. So on that note, last but not least, Pisces. That rhymed. The last but not least, Pisces. Um, okay. So hey, Brittany, speaking of Pisces, I didn't see. So yeah, I'm on the last sign now, Brittany. I didn't see your. Yeah, that's funny because that word I don't think I've ever used that word before that I was using, and there it was. Oh wow, that's funny. So there's a past life app now. That's crazy. I'm not surprised, but yeah, that's funny. Yeah, that's a big, big thing. Like me, I'll see it, right? They'll show me when I had a past life with someone. Yeah, it's crazy, right? Like all of a sudden, I just like boom. Like I said that like when I was in Tulum, right? In one of like the interviews I talked about, and I met this woman there that was like a shaman, or she's like I don't know whatever. Like she does healings and all this stuff for people, but at one point, like we looked at each other, and like she told me she was like, I know you, and I was like, I know. And then I instantly had an image of whatever past life I knew her from, or so it was interesting, right? So they'll show me usually. Yeah, I got chills too. That's funny. But yeah, okay, Pisces. I think today I did a good job of not saying too many side stories, because if not, I'm sure this would have taken way longer. So okay, let me see. Pisces. What's I love it when things like that happen, right? Pisces. And there's Pisces, the mystic. So you came out in your own thing. Scorpio did that too. Oh, the water signs, huh? Wow, the water signs are good with Pisces, the mystic. Imaginative, compassionate, healing, empathetic, mystical, adoring, magical, allowing, dreamy, ephemeral, ephemeral, enigmatic. Why can't I talk all of a sudden? What's up with this? Are you having trouble right now speaking up about things or something, Pisces? That's weird. Spiritual, and I felt like this. I felt almost like a tightness in the from the jawline going into the on the feminine side. So maybe there's something there. Spiritual, emotional, escapist. Maybe you're in. I don't know. Let me know. Impractical, oceanic, self-pitying, illogical. So obviously those are things to watch out for. And in this image, right? Oh, there's that famous fish. Uh, but yeah, see, she's very like I don't know why now it didn't jump out to me. And who else did Pisces come out with? I forgot. But in this one, yeah, she seems a little more like contemplative, keeping herself thinking. So that's interesting that that came out, right? My words were like kind of getting stuck. Interesting, Pisces. Interesting. Okay, so let me see what spirit animal wants to connect with the Pisces, even though I see the little fish already made the appearance. Wow, I like it. Spirit has a plan. So maybe, yeah, you've been up in your head about something or feeling a little, I don't know, stuck or something, or just in your head. And the koala, look at that. Again, it looks the same, like it's thinking and deep thought, right? Wow. 35. Spirit has a plan. This almost looks like spirit, huh? Like spirit being like, hmm. Feels very grandmotherly, right? Like grandpa Lee even. I don't know, it almost has that like a look at this kid. Like they don't like do they know? Do they realize spirit has a plan? Koala spirit. Yeah, because the eyes are a little sensitive, right? Because first I saw the face, it looked a little more like stern, but hey, grandparents are sometimes like that, right? They're very nurturing, but they can be stern if they need to. And there's that 835, right? Maybe you're 35, maybe 8 again represents something. 853. I'm stuck on this card because just I don't think this really comes out a lot, but I like it. It's a beautiful card, right? Just looks very wise. So yeah, trust spirit. I got lightheaded too right now. That's funny. So trust spirit, right? It's very wise, right? Obviously, very wise, and also your ancestors, right? Like grandparents, whoever's watching over you right now, they know. They know. Wow. See, be optimistic. If you're not already, I feel like there you are again, Pisces, right? With the little fishy on the little fishy. What is that? I was gonna say helmet, but not helmet. What is it? Headpiece. Hmm. So maybe that's why, right? They're seeing you right now in this kind of energy, like not immature, just like young energy, right? A page energy, right? Like, but they want you to stay optimistic, right? Trust your intuition. Maybe there's something there. Wow, but the Empress, maybe that's what they see, right? Spirit has a plan. You don't see the big picture yet, but maybe you're about to be very abundant, very overflowing with everything you want, right? Everything you need. Look at it, and there's this chariot. So maybe it's coming faster than, or maybe that's a reminder, right? You have the power of free and strength of free will. You're driving your chariot. Maybe things, right? If you're facing obstacles, it's a reminder. Sometimes they'll keep giving us the same obstacle even until you realize just how much in control you are, right? It's like when people say, "Oh, you made me do this or you made me do that." But no one really can make you do anything you don't want to do, right? At the end of the day, that's the real hard truth, right? That's that like, mm, right? Like, but someone made me do this, did they? You know? Like, is that what happened? Right? It's like that kind of look like, is that what happened? Wow, I see a face back there. That's crazy. It looks like there's a face, but to me, it almost looked like Vicente Fernandez for those of you that know who it was. Like, even he's giving that look like, that's so funny. Maybe there's a Vicente Fernandez song. Maybe one of your grandparents used to listen to Vicente Fernandez. I don't know, but that's funny. That face in the back looks to me a lot. Or maybe your grandparents or the grandpa look like Vicente Fernandez. I don't know. That's crazy. Yeah, so I think been a huge lesson, Pisces, for you to really learn that you're the, yeah, you're the one that controls your vehicle, right? They told me something funny, but I'm not gonna say it. But I think that's just like them being kind of lovey, right? In a playful way. That's funny. But yeah, you're controlling your own vehicle. So yeah, you're controlling your own vehicle. Wow, okay, yeah. Yeah. See, if you're up in your head, it's like I feel like if you were pushed to this point, like they really just want you to learn the lesson. Because imagine this is right or like, or once you figure out the lesson, right? Oh, and that's funny that this is sacral chakra and this is sacral chakra, right? Why is that? Mm. It could be that, right? So I'll just say it because obviously sacral chakra is like that area, right? That passionate area, sexual energy, even, and maybe, right? If it's an energy that you've given away carelessly and freely, like not that it's obviously freely, but carelessly, instead of, right, like it's an energy that can be used to create like your wildest dreams, basically, right? Like it's a strong energy, or to be shared with the right person, right? uh a powerful energy that, oof, I'm seeing like this swirling, right, when I said that, like two people coming together and creating the universe they want to. It's such a powerful energy, that sacral energy, right? Like I heard it like manifestation on crack kind of thing, right? Like when even that, like, it's kind of, isn't that the biblical thing? Like when two or more are gathered, right? Like there's this powerful energy in that. And maybe even that, I don't know, for some of you, this doesn't have to be for all of you, but some Pisces, right? Um, I almost see like someone in regret, right? Like almost that, like when someone um does something and the next day they wake up like, man, why'd I do that kind of thing, right? So if that resonates, right, but yeah, like once you figure it out, yeah, this jumped out at me again, like a tough love kind of thing, right? But they want you to learn the lesson that you're very in control, right? It's almost like someone that drinks and then they make a bad choice, and then they're like, oh, this and that, and it's like, okay, well, I mean, did you have to drink, or did you have to that, or did you have to put yourself in a position, right? Like you could have, I don't know, if you wanted to drink that bad, you could have drank at home or something like that. I'm just giving you examples, right? So try to drive the point across, right? Um, but anyways, yeah, I digress. So I'll put one more. I mean, I think that's the message pretty much. Like spirit has a plan, right? And once you get it, you're gonna get it, right? In a good way, right? You're gonna be abundant, and life is gonna seem like if it's flowing, like things growing out of nowhere, appearing out of nowhere. Manifestation on crack, yeah. Do your dad has that same mustache? That's funny. That's funny. Trusting the universe, absolutely. Mm. Yeah, see, maybe you were. And this doesn't just have to be someone you down with, maybe with yourself. Maybe you're hard on yourself. Maybe you talk, right? Like you do something, maybe, right? Then you're filled with regret. Then you talk down on yourself, right? But if you're in this cyclical loop of imagine that, right? If we make choices, do something, and then we're in regret and we down talk ourselves, and then we bring ourselves back up, we do it again, and we just stay in this circle of, right? Like just repeating over and over and so when do you ever get to just be boom, just stay in this, right? Rainbows and unicorns kind of feeling with the sun shining and everything, but that's what's there waiting for you, right? Give yourself a chance, even. That made me feel sad, even. Like, give yourself a chance. Like, for the love of God, give yourself that chance, right? To be happy, kind of thing. Because it's there waiting for you, right? That's kind of what I'm getting. Like, yeah, you're in control of that. You deserve it, right? See, now I'm feeling very grandfatherly. Like, you deserve it, right? So, what a way to end the thing. Nah, I don't think I need to put anything more, right? So, yeah, you deserve it. You deserve all the abundance and everything in the world. Everybody does, right? So, let's not get stuck in any kind of cyclical situations, right? Yeah. Okay, let me pull the numbers then. So if this is jumping out at you, Pisces. Oh, 7. Wow. See? I think you're only the second one that got that, very divine number, right? 7. So maybe 52 means something. Didn't 52 come out? Or no, no, I didn't. It was 53, right? 3, 5. But 5 and 2, yeah, 7, right? 7, 25. 52. So if that's coming out for you, know that, right? It's your grandpa Vicente Fernandez talking to you or something, right? Back there. Where is he? Wow, it disappeared now. I don't see it anymore. I don't see. Oh, there it is. Kind of, but the face changed now. That's so weird. I don't see that same face anymore. That is so weird. It's like a whole different face for me now. Wow. That is crazy. It kind of looks like it, but I don't know. It kind of changed. Oh, there we go. Okay. Maybe I was holding it at a different angle. I'm like, what's up with Vicente? Yeah, so yeah, maybe if they're showing you the 5, the 2, the 7, right? Pay attention. They're reminding you, right? Maybe it's a reminder. If you're about to make a strange choice and you start seeing those numbers, like, hey, they're trying to remind you. So yeah, thank you, River Dragon. Thank you, Brittany. Thank you, everybody that tuned in. Um, Internal Intentions. Adrian, Bobby, Alice, Cassie, everybody that tuned in, thank you so much. Anybody that didn't hop in the chat too, thank you. As always, hope you have an amazing day. Um, I'm gonna be interviewed for some podcasts for a different channel. I'll post it when the interview. I don't think they're gonna post it today, right? But anyways, I'm gonna go do that in a little bit. So thank you all, and yeah, just have an amazing day, have an amazing weekend, have an amazing week. And I'll see you on the next one. Okay, much love, everybody. I'll see you soon. Peace.